Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about our buys, sells, and dividends from January 21st to January 27th. Let's get it. So the first thing that we're going to show you guys here on the M1 Finance account is our dividends. So you guys can see we got paid $327 from EFC. This is one that we've been loading up on quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. The interesting thing about the dividend capture strategy is, yes, you can buy into a dividend fund or any kind of fund or stock that pays a dividend in advance of the X date, but then you still have to wait like another 2-3 weeks for the actual payment dates. So you're really basically planning for about a month and a half ahead on these. So it's not the fastest time frame, but the goal is to roll forward the compound growth over time with these dividend paying stocks, if you guys catch my meaning. So 327 on EFC, 439 on RA. We got 367 on USOI. This is the crude oil futures. We trade this directly, just so you all know. And $20.45 from GSBD. This is Goldman Sachs BDC Inc. So that comes to a total of $41.52 in dividends. Now, if we go over to the Grayscale trusts, as you guys can see, not much has really changed here. We're still holding our current cash position, still have LTCN and BCHG. We are quite a bit in profit. I mean, a $5,000 gain would not be that bad, honestly, even if we took profit now. But based on the charts, which we'll show you guys later, we do think this is going to end up going higher. We're either going to do the Grayscale trusts in the next, or either tomorrow or the following day. Not really too sure about that. So keep a lookout for that. But yeah, not much has changed here. We are going to be picking up HSEN again soon. Just not quite yet. We want to get the rest of the Bitcoin miner stocks first. So with that being said, we'll go back here to, what is it called? So we'll go back here to M1 Finance. We'll take a look at the trading tab. Trading for the week's been pretty straightforward. So we did have Verizon in our portfolio. We decided to sell out of all of it and put all the money into EFC. We can buy back into Verizon, but it was kind of pushing back up into a pretty bullish move. So we decided to get out while we were in the positive, and we did collect our dividend from Verizon, just so y'all know. And we are bullish on Verizon. We just want to get these monthly payers up to par first. So we sold out of NVIDIA on this platform for profit, moved. Of course, you know how this works. If you guys have seen our the way that we do our dividend portfolios here, we basically moved a piece of NVIDIA over to Triple QY with the intention to buy back into NVIDIA on the following trading day. At a profit, of course, because we're not selling these at a loss. So we got back into NVIDIA here on January 23rd. And if we go over here to January 24th, you guys can see we loaded up some more EFC. January 25th, once again, sold out of NVIDIA for another profit, moved some of that money into Triple QY because the X date was, basically is just right around the corner. I think it's like less than a week at this point. So we wanted to get a little bit more of that before it actually pops up, especially since the indices have had a pretty good month in the month of January. So that's that one. And then on the last day, which is the 26th, if we look at the calendar here, you guys can see that was the last trading day of the week. Tomorrow stock markets will open up again, but we picked up more NVIDIA again within this platform. So now we're going to actually show you guys the actual positions and what our share count is on these as of right now. So Tesla is down quite a bit, but we're not really down that much. We're actually positive between LTC and in this position. We're still actually in the greens. So not too worried about that. We think that Tesla is going to go up over the long term, especially now that it's been oversold on the RSI on the daily. If you guys have not seen that video, go to our channel and check it out. We posted that yesterday talking about Tesla and Tesla specifically. So with that being said, we're going to look at now EFC. So you guys can see that we have 6756 shares of EFC at $12.90 a share. We'll just go ahead and pull up another calculator here. You can kind of see the forward estimate on what our projected dividends is going to be in the future. So it's currently 15 cents a share. So if we do that math, you're talking roughly about $10 a month. So we want to get this up to 20 a month. That's kind of the goal here at this point. Okay, sorry about that, fellas. It really takes forever for this thing to load. Not sure why, but it just does. So we go over here to the NVIDIA tab. You guys can see that we're pretty much at break even at this point. NVIDIA has moved up quite a bit. It's back pushing pretty close to its previous all-time highs. So currently I only have 8.6 shares of this ETF. We are actually not going to be picking up any more NVIDIA before the X date. We're going to show you what we are going to pick up though. So before we go into Robinhood, we're going to go into Coinbase real quick. And basically just wanted to show you what we're picking up recently. So we are picking up the actual Horizon token, not the Grayscale Trust currently. One of the main reasons being is because the Horizon token itself from the current price is roughly somewhere between a 15 to a 20x. So we wanted to get in on that. But as you guys can see, we have picked up some of the ZEN token recently. This is basically yesterday and today. I'm not sure why it's not showing the dates. Coinbase has kind of, I guess, been changing some stuff up and it's been acting a little strange lately. So sorry about that. But this is basically today and yesterday's transactions. So with that being said, we're going to go to Robinhood. Nothing has changed on the front of most of these funds at the top. So from AMZ to OARC, we have not bought or sold anything or received dividends from them. But before we get into our buys, we're going to show you what our dividends are. So we have TSLP and FEPI. As you guys know, Tesla got dumped on. So of course, the TSLP fund, in addition to Tesla, has gotten dumped on as well. We might be picking up some more of that in the coming weeks. We'll just have to see. But we got 278 from them on the 26th. And if we scroll down here some more, click on FEPI. We actually like FEPI quite a bit for multiple different reasons, which we'll get into in another video. But we're considering picking more of this up this month as well. So we got almost $7 again on the 26th. Both of those particular funds lined up exactly with each other, which was pretty strange. So Triple QY, this is one that we have picked up more of recently this week. As you guys can see, we bought 2.21 shares at $18.07 a share here on the 25th. And you got JEPY here. So we're not actually doing that bad. Honestly, we're only down 1.86%. That's nothing really compared to Tesla. So not doing too shabby. So we picked up basically 2.19 shares at 18.27 a share. So that's not terrible. Did not pick up any IWMY. We did not pick up any BTPT, although you guys can see it did moved up pretty massively on Friday, and Cypher even more so. So if we click on Cypher, you guys can see our current holdings, 146 shares at roughly about 328 a share. The current price is 280, so we're not down that much. And as you guys can basically see, from the 22nd to the 26th, we've been picking this up pretty heavily. So we got 5.64 shares at 266, 5.44 at 276, 16.21 at 277, 11.6 at 258, and 15.64 at 256. And one of the main reasons why we've been picking this up so aggressively is because it came down to our major support zone much faster than we expected. So there is that, and we did not want to miss the opportunity to get in before the bounce. So TSLP, as you guys can see, we got just a couple of shares here on the 22nd and 23rd. So we got one at 24.16 and one at 24.81. That was, of course, before the earnings and before the dumps. So that kind of sucks. But, we're not going to time everything perfectly, and we're fine with that. It doesn't matter. Like we always say, as long as we come out in the green, ultimately, that's really all that matters. So now we're going to go ahead and show you guys the FEPI one. Scroll up here a little bit. So you guys can see we got 0.43 shares at 57.22, 0.17 at 56.92, 0.61 at 56.89, 0.26 at 56.92. So we basically were just front running the X date here. And the yieldmax fund that we have been picking up in advance of the X date is none other than SQUE. There's two reasons for this. Number one, their dividend payout is pretty good. And number two, this is a Bitcoin play. So as you guys know, Square does have Bitcoin. They also have Cash App, which you can transact in Bitcoin on. As far as I know, I myself have not done it personally, but I've heard that you can. So with that being said, we picked up $25 worth, basically 1.22 shares at 20.47, and then another 1.96 shares at 20.36. And in terms of the profit that we made this week, not really much, basically 632 here. That was the one transaction we had on NVIDIA for a total of 47.84 for the week. Again, not a hugely profitable week. We could have sold both LTCN and BCHG, but we're not going to do that right now. But I mean, overall in the month of January, we've had a pretty good month. I mean, we've been up pretty strong since the start of the month, so can't really have too many complaints there. I mean, December was definitely the better month. It was the best month of 2023. If I'm being completely honest, I think we made like some nearly $5,000 or something. So, but January is looking pretty good. Not too shabby, I have to say. I think that 2024 is going to be a much stronger year for the markets. And I think that the markets are going to continue to go up regardless of what the Fed does. And that's just my opinion, of course. But we've already stated our opinions on thinking that the 2022 bear market was priced in well in advance of the Fed rate cuts. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all later. Peace.